Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be ranking all the maps or territories or hunting locations, whatever you want to call them, from Carnivores 2. Historian Target did his own years ago, but I slightly differ in opinion on what I think is the greatest map, as well as the worst and all that. Now none of these maps are terrible, but they're, a little different and some are just plain better than others. So stick around and you'll find out what I like. At number 5, we have Manya Jungle. Now, Menu Jungle is not a bad map. I really like it. It's got an Easter egg about, I think, the aliens, like the xenomorphs. Yeah, with the little face huggers that come out of the eggs. There's a cave there for that. And to the southwest of the map, there's an ocean area where there's like diamonds or coral or whatever under the water. And it's got slightly varied terrain. It's got a couple hills and deserts and swamps. But that's about it. And we can't even see the mainland. Like, at least the others are islands, but this one, like, connected to the mainland, we can't even see the mainland because the edge of the map is just nothing, so it kind of sucks. But otherwise, it's a really cool map, and I suggest you guys give it a hunt. At number 4, we have Fort Siskin. Now, this was a tough choice because I like Fort Siskin, and it does have some varied terrain, but most of the map is just the same color, and at least Van Gogh Fords or Fjords, however you say it just has a better color to me. They should have made this map a bit different, make it a bit different in color, and that tiny savanna by the mountains, I think, it's just not that big. There's not much to it. Like, it just makes no sense to me. And the Stonehenge, there's no huts that are ancient by it. The Stonehenge is just there and there's nothing else. There's a lone hut by some mountains, but there's no window area. Well, there's a window area, but there's like no glass and there's no doors. And same with the huts in the huge fort. And the fort has an exposed area where there doesn't seem to be any wall built. The dinosaurs could just swim around. So the map makes no sense. I mean, it's a bit natural, I guess, but there's just not much to it that I like. It's just okay, and it's okay for a good hunt, but there's better. So, moving on. Coming in at number 3, we have the beginner map, or the novice map, or the starting map, or whatever you want to call it. Delphius Hills. This one is a little bit better. Sure, it's kind of the same, but it's got some varied terrain, but it's also the same color, but I just like it more. There's a slightly bigger swamp, and I guess it makes a bit more sense. There's a tinier one to the right. There's some mountain ranges, those aren't too hard to climb. There's an abandoned fort. There's a cliff area to the top right. It's kind of big, and you can see some brachiosaurs nearby. That's kind of cool. And there's like a little, as I mentioned before, I think, there's like a little ravine or something, like a little crack in the ground. It's kind of desert-like. Overall, I just like this map more. I just like it the way it looks, and if you disagree, that's okay, because that's your idea. It's your personal taste. Anyways, moving on. Coming in at number 2, we have Van Gogh Fjords. Now once again, the map is mostly the same from the overhead map, but it's not that bad. There's some caves with puddles in them, like small lakes in them, like, you know what I mean, little areas to hang out in. There's a volcano, there's a couple desert mazes that have like barely any grass, there's like sea areas, rivers, and those all carved up like glaciers. Some of the water areas, besides like the volcano of course, have like what do you call it, little diamonds or coral like on the other map. So it's pretty cool. It's just better than Mania Jungle. I just like it more, really. And an extinct volcano, it really helps. So that's why it comes in at number 2. Coming in at number 1, we have possibly my favorite map in all of Carnivores, Mount Revan. Now, Mount Revan is very varied. See what I did there? It has a wide range of terrain, including a mountain that looks funny to say the least, and another mountain that's covered in snow, and a line that's not that big, a rectangle or so of swamp where the hunter is, and survivor mode in the mobile ports, and it has a puddle area like a big pit with 2 sides that are covered in grass. It's got a volcano that's still alive. It's got 2 big mountains in the middle, like a river between them. Very terrain. Just much more to it, and it's not, I guess, too generic, but it kind of is generic because it's your jungle, volcano, desert, where you swamp, where you expect to be dinosaurs. I love it. There's just so much to it. It's got beautiful water, beautiful skybox, and I just think it'd be fun to hunt on it most of the time. And that's why this map comes in at number 1.